are the chosen generation. We're called for to show His excellence. All I require for life, God has given me. I know who I am. I know who God says I am. What He says I am. Where He says I'm at. I know who I am. Walking in power. I'm walking miracle. I live a life of favor. 'Cause I know who I am. Good morning, people. Good morning from the Isle of Ireland. Good morning. So, guys, how are you? If you live in Europe, how was your night? If you live in the States, do have a pleasant night rest. And when you wake up to watch this live, don't forget to like, share, subscribe if you have not, okay? And please comment, engage. I'm going to talk about the topic. You can see it's talking about parenting, intentional parenting, purposeful parenting, responsible parenting. What does it look like? What does it take? When we're saying I'm parenting positively, I want my children to achieve success. I want them to be great in life. I want to give my children, I want to teach my children how to be responsible, how not to see their body as currency, how to be respectful, how to be respected by their men. How do we do this? Is it all in the talking without corresponding actions? How? This is going to be educative. It's going to be educational. It's going to be informative. Whatever your opinion is, put it in the comments. We can continue the conversation in the comments. I'm going to talk about positive parenting, intentional parenting, responsible parenting. What does it look like? How do we do it? And my case study is Justin Dean. And this is my unbiased opinion. Not because I'm Team Cora, I'm Team... No. I'm like whatever I say that is of interest to me, that I just feel like talking about. If you look at me, it's not everything that they say that I talk about. I've grown past the level of don't talk to her, talk to her, don't do this to Cora again, because I've found out that all the rubbish that they've been doing for the past 3 years, the ship has sailed. They are not doing anything. They are powerless. So why do I still need to be going to the battle front? There is no battle anymore. So that's why I'm not going to reply anybody. Don't talk about this about Cora. It doesn't make it. There is no need for that. She's winning. Oh no, look at this man. She's winning. She's a winner. She has defeated them. So going forward, whatever I want to talk about that is of interest to me, I talk about it and then I keep it moving. So today I want to talk about positive parenting, intentional parenting, responsible parenting. How do we do it? What does it look like? We always see Justin Dean talking about, I want to teach my girls how to be responsible, how not to see their body as currency. I want to teach my children morals. I want to teach them confidence. Like, it's all about talk, but there is no corresponding action, in my opinion. Okay. Ever since we've been watching, I don't know, let me say, ever since I've been watching these people, can you just swerve a bit to the side? Idiots. Sorry guys for using that word. It's a big lorry, and you know when they're on the road, they want to take over the road for you. They want to like push you into the ditch. And we've all moved away from him, but he just stood on the road. I was waiting for you to crash the car, to crash the car so that I can claim insurance on you and be rich. Anyway, so we've always listened to this guy. Excuse my ranting. You know, when you're on the move, when you're driving, things will be happening and you talk about it. Like we've always heard this man. He almost made me to lose my train of thoughts. We've always heard this man talking about how he's doing this, how he's empowering his children, how he's going to do that. But to me, in my opinion, I want to say, like, he's all full of talk, wishes, and talking from the talking point that will make people to see him as a better parent. Oh, Justin is this, Justin is better, Justin is... just for validation, just for competition. But in the real sense of things, this man is doing nothing as to what he's saying. Do you know how to raise your children respectfully? How to instill confidence and self-esteem into your children the way he claims? I think he doesn't know. These children have always been living on hands-down clothing, even toys. Am I saying it's not good to have hands down? No. I would even rather prefer to even go to a thrift shop store, get my children what I can afford. I'm not saying he should go break the bank. Get it at any thrift store that you can afford. Don't display it on camera, so that you will give dignity to your children. These children are growing. They will continue to grow. Now June can read. She reads the comments. A few years ago she couldn't. So a time is coming that she was realization of how our daddy was scavenging for rags for us to put on. That can affect her self-esteem. That can affect her confidence that you are claiming to instill. You want to instill it into them. You don't want them to see their body as currency, but you are not putting any corresponding action for them not to see their body as currency that you always claim. That's a shade on Korah, if you guys don't think, because he feels that Korah dances provoke earn money, okay? But a child that is being deprived of basic need of life, thank God that these children, that they have a mother that can go extra mile to get everything for them, even though his fans are saying, oh, it is her fan that are buying her things. But thank God for her fan. She can still afford to give these children decent life, decent, good, basic need of life. So you, Mr. Justin Dean, that is saying you don't want your children to see their bodies as currency, and you are not doing anything to support them, to empower them, to make them not to lack any good thing. If not because of their mother, wouldn't they see their maybe go do anything to earn money as they keep growing? Because this is how it's going to be if they are young, like, because as they grow older, their needs becomes more. Okay? If you can still not contribute anything tangible, spend money on these children at this tender age, is it when they become adults, like 16, when they become teenagers, 14, 15, when they start using sanitary pad and things like that, girly things, makeup and decent clothes, beautiful clothes, is it then that you would want to spend money on them? No. So at that stage, if they don't have their mom that can support them, they will go into any business, anything that will bring them money. So wouldn't they use their body as currency then? God forbid, if not because of their mother. So the man is just full of talk. So like as I was saying, hands-me-down clothes shouldn't be for Justin because of the way he claimed to be almighty Justin, an elite chiropractor, the best chiropractor in Los Angeles, the #1 chiropractor. Let me tell you, there is a saying in my town that says Irinisi Nisonilojo. Let me try to interpret it. You will be addressed the way you are seen. Okay? That goes down to me saying, if Justin is really good and financially viable, buoyant, the way he's claiming, nobody will relegate you to hands-me-down clothing. Those were rags. Nobody will relegate you to such level because they know your worth. So for that man or woman to have given you those rags. He has seen him as a poor human being. I'm telling you guys, we don't see him. He come online, but we can see, like, we know that his word, what he claims to be, is not matching what we are seeing on our devices. Or this is the person that have seen him, that had spoken with him. So definitely the person knew that he's nothing more than like a poor person, like somebody that is struggling. That's why somebody would be able to have the confidence, the effrontery to tell you, I have some clothing that my children are not wearing anymore. If you can come and take them. They will never say that to a well-responsible man that is capable, that is financially buoyant to some reasonable extent. We are not talking of wealth now. If you are financially buoyant to some extent, to an average human being level, they will never ask you to come and be scavenging. But even look at his appearance. How do you think this man is can be financially free? When he's very lazy, he doesn't want to work. He wants to do content creation. And how much do you think he's going to be earning from this content creation? I've never earned from Facebook before. They said Facebook has reduced what they used to pay. So how much of, like, even when I got the interpretation of the stars, I was so disappointed that I will never bring myself to this level of begging or asking for. I will never. If I'm talking the way I'm talking, you've deemed it fit that you want to give me star, I will say, okay, thank you. Because the star does not worth, like, and I started thinking, like, how much star will somebody get to be able to buy things, to live? Like, I don't get it. I actually thought 10 stars, 100 stars was $10. Only for me to know that it's only 10 cents. Is it 10 cents? Or $1? Something like that. So how many of that will you accumulate to? So I just look at it like, he needs more than, because his page is not that growing. It's apart from Cora. So Cora said she had is it 10 million views and she was given, is it $2? Another, and I actually wanted to share the page, but I forgot. I'll go look for it. This lady is called, is it Lina? She had maybe 15 million views on a video, and she got 65 cents. She now shared it. I was just like, wow. So how many of this, if I say, no, they pay for views, they pay for views, how much are they paying? And this is a man that he says he's a mobile chiropractor. Let's now assume that he gets 4, like he's claiming, 5 down, 2 to go, 7 down, 5 million to go. I've attended to 10 clients today. I need 5 to go. I have 5 to go. Let's now assume that he gets 10, which is not possible in 24 hours. Let's assume he gets 10 clients daily, which is very impossible. I'll narrow it down to 5. Let's say 5, because he always claims he has 5 or 6 on a daily basis. And Najiba told us that he gives them $50. And there was a time he even brought it down to $20. But he claimed that he charges $300. Since 3 years, that $300 hasn't changed, even though there is inflation in the global inflation. No, he hasn't changed. So the 300 times 5, and we know that he only works 2 weeks in a month, because when the children are with him, he does not work. He said it himself. He doesn't work. So, and LA is an expensive state. I've never been there before, but I did some research, and I had people saying it. LA is very expensive. So what do you think? Do you think all the things that he's doing now is enough to cater for his life, his need, and the children's need? So it's not making anything per se. So I want to believe that those people that are handling him down use drugs. They know his worth. As I am now, nobody will come and ask me, I have some used clothes for you or your children to come out. No, they won't do that. You know, they won't, because they know that even though I'm not a wealthy human being, but they know that I am comfortable. They know that I can afford my basic need of life. They know that to a very large extent, I earn very decent, beautiful salary at the end of the month. So those people, they know that there's nothing there for Justin Body. Everything that he's doing is just a elite chiropractor. Like, he's empty. He doesn't have anything. He's a struggling man. And I want to say that he puts himself in that state. If your mobile store, whatever it is, if it's not serving you, you can go look for a job. But because he wanted to cheat the country, he doesn't want to pay for his student loan, he decided to be working under the carpet. Be under the table, they call it. He's working under the table and like collecting money straight without having to pay maybe tax and everything. He's cheating the state, and he doesn't want to pay for his student loan. So he's short-changing his own life because of that. So he's living below poverty level in the states. That's why somebody will. So it's so sad. Then there is something they call there is. I want to say we have two different schools of thoughts. Okay. Some people, they will say, because they rose through the ladder of poverty, social stratification, they were from abject poverty, and because of that, they struggled and they became somebody in life, and they don't want their children to go through what they went through. So they will be intentional to be successful, at least to a reasonable extent, not to become millionaire or billionaire or wealthy, but to live below, above poverty line. They've made that dedication, their determination that no, my children will never go through what I went through. I'm going to make it easy for them. I'm going to make life, like we call it a soft life in Nigeria. I want them to live a soft life, or softer life than what I lived. Okay? There are some people like that. So they will be intentional about their parenting. Even though that's why you will see some people in Nigeria, they are illiterate, okay? But they will sell anything. They will engage in any business they will make sure that they send their children to college, so that the children will become somebody in life, that the children will be better than them. You will hardly see some illiterate families in Nigeria that their children are not graduates, because they were intentional raising these children. I didn't go to school, and I don't want this vicious cycle of illiteracy in my family. We want to change the course. Okay? That is intentional parenting. So whatever is going to take them, they will not mind doing it. They will wake up as early as possible to go fend for this family, to go change the narrative in their family, and they will come back in as late as it is, as it can be, because they want to change the story of their family. And the other school of thought has those people that will say, I beg, poverty no dey kill. Poverty does not kill. After all, I went through it, and if I can be this person today, it doesn't matter what my children go through. Let them go through let them pay their own price out of poverty too. So they will be nonchalant, careful. They will not be intentional to take care of these children. They will just do like bare minimum. You go and fend for yourself. And so, are you seeing the two different schools of thought that I'm talking about? Different mindsets. Some certain people will say, no, I will never let my children go through this again. I went through it for them. I have paid the price for them. I want them to have it better than I did. Some parents will say, no, I don't care. I paid my own price. I ate from the bin. I slept in an uncompleted building, and here I am now. At least I didn't die. I'm still living, and I can still make my little ends meet. So let them go pay their own price. They will not be bothered about raising like children that will be better, will have it better than they had it. So I want to say that Justin belongs to the school of thought that is not that intentional about raising children to be better than they were raised. He's from that school of thought. He doesn't care what becomes of these children. We have heard him say, he has said it many times, I ate from food stamps. I ate from food stamps. My education was sponsored, was given to me as a token or as a gift, as a compensation. So Justin doesn't care. He's not one of the intentional parents that will say, come what may, whatever is going to take me, my children will not experience poverty. They will not smell it. I have paid the price for them. I want to live for them. I want them to experience better life that is happening now. I don't want them to go past and continue where I stopped my own poverty. He's not that kind of a father. You know, he's not. Many times we've heard him say, his education is a scam. He doesn't really need to send his children to school. If you guys don't forget, his parents didn't send him to school. The admission was given to him as a compensation. That's why he's the only educated person in his family. So he said he doesn't need to send the children to school. That he's going to train them. Okay? He's going to train them in his own house. He doesn't even have a practice. He's going to train them in his own house by himself. And he now said maybe they will